Let's go ahead and jump into the next question. The next question comes from a Brad Blackman. And Mr. Brad writes, "Hey, Alex, so the Hawkeye series has received a lot of mixed reviews. What did you think about the first two episodes of this show?" Well, thank you for your question, Brad. Actually, fun fact, it was reported today as I was researching the questions today. I believe there was one particular site that reported that Hawkeye is #1 in the world, even though it has a lot of mixed reviews. According to like Rotten Tomatoes and certain other sites, it does have a lot of mixed reviews in terms of how it was received. Now, I saw Loki. I wasn't really a huge fan of it. I mean, I liked it, but it had me guessing. With Hawkeye, I liked the first episode a whole lot more than I did the second episode. And somebody posted a meme. I don't remember who it was, but somebody posted a meme if Kate Bishop would have seen Hulk instead of
Yeah,
Hawkeye.
I think I
She
sent
was
you that one.
yeah, she was like, I gotta get me some green pants. Like
And some steroids.
some steroids. Yeah, I think that was you, Ian. Like the premise immediately was kind of like, okay, so obviously she goes through a tragedy where Hawkeye is the one that somewhat inspires her to be an archer. But I was like, that's kind of typical. But I have to say, I did like that progression in the story. The second episode, I kind of felt like it was somewhat redundant of the first episode.
Mm.
But overall, though, I do think it's okay. It doesn't get me excited as much as WandaVision. There hasn't really been a show that Disney Plus has put out aside from like Mandalorian, really, that's really got me so excited for WandaVision. I did like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but it wasn't. I mean, that was just more so cut and dry of what it was supposed to set up. And then Loki, and then now Hawkeye. I really did enjoy it. Now, a few criticisms I don't like. Kate Bishop is very annoying, and I think that's how she's supposed to be portrayed right now, at least. So I didn't really like her character as she got older. And also Hawkeye, I understand that he's quote unquote retired, but him to jump back into action as quickly as he did without any really, I guess, push to it, just, I mean, him that they're teasing that, oh, that Ronan is now back and alive attacking these criminal organizations. I'm like, no one knew that you were Ronan, so why would that make you want to jump back into action? I don't know. But other than that, I am interested to see where they take the series. Ian, I know you saw the first two episodes of Hawkeye. What did you think about them? And do you think that the series is I mean, do you see why the series has a lot of mixed reviews to it?
Oh yeah. I got some counter points to say about some of the things you said, but for the most part, I do agree with a lot of what you said. I can understand the mixed reviews. I can understand it even being #1 because besides the Kevin Hart show, what are people watching? A lot of so I can understand like it probably winning by default. But I agree with you. Episode 1 was way more superior. Just and episode 2 did feel like just a part 2 of episode 1. It didn't really bring nothing new to the table. And it was a lot of dialogue that we're not in love with this Kate Bishop character. I like her like you do too. I think she's well casted, but I'm not too familiar with her in the comics because I wasn't a Hawkeye reader. So, if you want me to fall in love with the character, like Marvel has done a great job of having me fall in love with characters I didn't know anything about growing up. For example, Guardians of the Galaxy, love them to death. But yeah, I'm more interested in them than Kate Bishop right now. But I hope we're only on episode 2, so maybe they will make us fall in love. So I think I'm actually happy Jeremy Renner got a solo project. He didn't get a solo movie, but like he's one of the first, the first cast of Avenger, and he's the only one without one. And it took us a while to even fall in love with him. I think it took from like Age of Ultron after they introduced him as a family man for us to be like, oh, okay, we see a different side of him. He was basically just there until that moment. So I am kind of invested in his lifestyle, so I get that. But at the same time, I do think it is falling a little flat. But it is too hard to tell. I am interested, but I don't know. It also could be like a little bit of fatigue of Marvel as well. I know it's hard for people to understand that, maybe something too much of something is bad for you, even the best thing that we like. So I think I was kind of feeling a little fatigued when What If was on.
Oh
But I mean, I
yeah,
enjoyed that as well.
yeah.
But I've kind of be like, okay, I need a little bit of break so I can appreciate one of the best cinematic universes of, if not the best of all time. But
Mhm,
come on, even we need break from our kids and wives and girlfriends and boyfriends and all that stuff. And it's
mhm.
not that we don't love them, but like space is good sometimes. And I don't know. I just don't think we got enough space in between the last Marvel project and Hawkeye. But again, I'm still interested in it. And there was something there was a counter argument I had to when you said something about Kate Bishop being inspired by Hawkeye, which was funny. The meme that you brought up was funny. But I can understand why they went that route with
Mhm.
him, just because he's the most Avenger you could probably be like as a normal human being, like me and you. even Black Widow, I don't think we could do what she does. She is a
Yeah,
straight up trainer. We can't do all that acrobatic shit that she does. So out of
right.
all the Avengers, that is probably the closest we can get to. So I can understand like why they brought that as a premise.
Right.
Uh, but yeah, that's all I had to say about that though. But we'll see though. But it's right now, it's not one of my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. I mean, Hawkeye is like the most, I mean, Black Widow to a certain extent, but Hawkeye's the most grounded
Yeah.
Avenger you could really like model after, because I mean, in the show she does says like she took archery for years and then she also took some martial arts training, so that's why she knows how to fight in the way that
Mhm.
she does. But I will say though, the what was it, the tracksuit game?
Yeah, the bros. Yeah.
That was the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. I mean, they could have came up with anything, but the tracksuit game,
Yeah,
the
it was very
name actually
cartoonish.
fits the game. Like that's that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see by. I mean, and again, this is only the first two episodes. We haven't even dived into the rest of the show. I believe that it's a 6 episode series, so we have
Yeah.
4 more episodes to go. So I am interested to see what Jeremy Renner and Kate Bishop are willing to bring to the table. But what do you guys think? What did you guys think of the first 2 episodes of Hawkeye? Jump into the comment section below. Let us know your thoughts.